Okay. Welcome, welcome. If you are watching the recording or if you are about to tune in live, this is Bortone, and we're going to be talking about how to thrive in a world gone video. And it is a little bit before the top of the hour, so what we're going to do is give it a couple more minutes before we start for real. And we'll just check a few things behind the scenes here, and we'll be right with you. Rocco, where you at? Want to be on camera? Should we see if Rocco wants to make an appearance? Rocco, come here. All right, I think we got most of our goodies good to go. So let me just take a quick look at Facebook here. All right. That's looking good. That's all good. Rocco, where is the rockster? So if you're watching the replay, you get this bonus 2 minutes before we start here, but we're going to get started in just a moment. It's just about the top of the hour. So as soon as the attendees pop in from the live broadcast, we'll get going. Hi, Rocco, you made it up here. Cool. Rocco's in the house. Come here, Rocco. You want to come and see everybody? Come here. Rocco, what do you got there? You got a bone? You got your bone? That's crazy. Hey, guys and gals in TV land. Uh-oh. Rocco's here, but he dropped his phone, so he's going to go get it. Go get that. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Thanks so much for being here, folks. It is almost time for how to thrive in a world gone video. I'm going to pop over to the slides in just a moment so we can get going right away and share some good content with you, some time-saving tips and tricks. I will say that if you were on the webinar that we did with Mike Stewart last night, a lot of this is very similar, just to give you a full disclosure. However, if not, then this is all new stuff. So hello, thank you for being here. I see a lot of friends and usual folks, which is awesome. Thank you. So why don't we move right over to the slides and jump right in? Let me go to the chat, just make sure you can see and hear. Hi, Angela, Molly. Good to talk to you this week. So you're getting an echo. I don't know if that's me or on your end. Oh, good. It resolved itself. All right, cool. Let's go to the slides and share some stuff with you. Okay, you should be seeing my slides now. I'm going to click present to everyone. And Roz, not too much about, yeah, actually I'm going to talk a little bit about iPads today and iPad software. So hang on for that. I'm going to dive right in. Feel free to put any questions in the chat. If anything comes up, I'm going to do a couple polls and really just sort of test the paces of Webinar Jam and see how that's working. So I'm sharing slides, and you are in the right place if you're here for how to thrive in a world gone video. simple strategies for conquering online video. Rocco is happily chewing away at his bone here to keep him occupied. Hopefully that's not distracting you, and maybe you can't hear all that chomping going on in the background. For those of you, I know we have a lot of regulars here, which I love, but for those folks who may be new to Lou, my background is in television and radio marketing and promotion. I was national promotion manager at E Entertainment Television in La La Land, and I was senior VP of marketing for Fox Family Worldwide. Spent 20 years, more than 20 years, in the TV biz, and the last 8, I think. When did YouTube start? About the same time as YouTube, I moved online and have been doing online video. So the goal for this presentation and this training is to simplify video. And I know we can all use plenty of simplification. So I'm going to try and share some tips for making video simple so that we can do more of it and get your message out to the world. So that is the objective for this particular training. So the agenda, or what's in it for you, is we're going to talk a little bit about why making great video is still challenging. Even with all the tools and resources that have come out, it's still a little challenging. Oh, Phil has a good point. Who is this for? This presentation is for speakers, authors, coaches, consultants, basically anyone who is a small business who wants to use video more effectively, who wants to use YouTube more effectively, and who wants to get more visibility and credibility using video. So hopefully, Phil, that helps. And Alan, I have not really had a chance to test out videos yet, so I don't think that I'll be able to say too much about that, just because even though I purchased it, I haven't tested it out yet. What we're going to do, speaking of products and resources, is start to help you cut through all the clutter and confusion so that you can actually get some videos done. We're going to be talking about some video shortcuts, secrets, and hacks. I'm going to share some of my favorite time-saving tips and tools in the video world. And we're going to talk about how to crank out great videos consistently. Because if you can find a way to streamline and simplify the process, you're going to do more and do it more consistently, and everybody wins. So the challenge is, as I see, what I see out there is that there are too many tools and not enough time to really learn them all. And really, there's just a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of products, a lot of gadgets, a lot of software. And as a result, and I'm guilty of this too, we're focusing on gadgets when we should be focusing on goals. And it's really fun to buy all these groovy products and have all these gadgets, but if we forget about the goals of our video, then we're going to get lost. And it's really easy with so much out there to get overwhelmed and to get stuck. And we want to get you unstuck and out of overwhelm and get you moving. Now, we all know the marketplace is super duper saturated with solutions and software and other bells and whistles. And that's actually become, I think, part of the problem. There's just too much stuff out there and not enough time to learn how to use it or to use it properly. So another challenge I see is that if we don't have accountability, and this goes for me too, no accountability means your videos don't get done. If there's somebody not holding your feet to the fire, sometimes the stuff just doesn't get done. And the other problem is that very few people are teaching the basics. Everybody's putting out software, but there's not that many people teaching how to do video that is simple and streamlined and smart. So that's what we're going to tackle in this presentation. And before we dive in, I want to show this poll and ask, what is your biggest challenge with video? So I'm going to put up this poll here. Hopefully you can see it on the right-hand sidebar. And the question is, what's your biggest challenge with video marketing? So feel free to vote. Hopefully you can see the 4 options I have there. I'll make the results public at the end of the poll so that you can see them. And feel free, if you can see that poll, to tell us what is your biggest challenge with video marketing. And then we will take a look at the poll results in a couple minutes. And let me just go to the chat and see if that's working. Christine says she keeps buying different things and forget what she has, so nothing gets done. I hear that, and I'm going to show you how many products I've purchased in a moment, and I think you'll be shocked to see that I'm as guilty of that as anyone else. All right, I think that's enough time probably for the quick poll. Let's end the poll and show the results. What is your biggest challenge with video? 25% say making the time. 29% say that you're confused about the techie stuff. 13% say that you're camera shy. And 33% say that you just haven't gotten your act together yet. And I hear you. I'm not surprised that that's the biggest. And we'll help you do that. We'll help you get your act together. So let's go back now to the presentation here where we talked about challenges. And I'll ask you, now that we talked about challenges, and now that some folks have already admitted that they've got too many tools and not enough time to learn them all, did you buy one or more of the following products that have been released over the last year or so? Video Maker FX, Video Script Genius, Tube Tracker, Simple Video Press, Explain Dio, Vidneos is the one that just came out this week. If you're like me, you probably grabbed one or more of these relatively inexpensive software, and some of them may be sitting on your hard drive waiting to be learned. So I will be the first to admit that I have purchased any and all of these software toys and bells and whistles. In fact, when I looked at my JVZoo account to see how many products I've purchased, I have over 60 products that I've purchased, and I can guarantee you that I have not opened half of them. Now, I could argue that I need to buy these and review them and be aware of them so that I can tell you guys about them. But the truth is, I like bright, shiny objects, and I buy lots of stuff and don't always use it. Now, I'm going to go to the chat because I suspect that you guys are with me on this. Yeah, Tracy says yes. Maureen says yes. Oi, yes, yes, yes. Susan says yes. I have most of them and I haven't used a lot of them. Yeah, so all right, I get it. Believe me, I'm there with you. I have got over 60 purchases on JVZoo so far. I do use some of them. I certainly don't use all of them, but that's not unusual. So my first time-saving tip for you, if I can get the slide to advance here, is to, I like to say that tools without tactics are trash. So I suggest that you look at the things that you've purchased and the products and software and pick one or two or okay, maybe three, and go with those. Just concentrate on one for a few days and explore it and check it out. And if it works for you, go with that. Don't feel like you have to go back in and learn, 40 products or 60 products or anything like that. So tools without tactics are trash. Here are some tips for cutting the clutter and the confusion and actually getting down to creating videos with this software or other software. I suggest you create a plan for every single video that you set out to do. You have to really know your goals, because knowing the goal of that video is going to save you a lot of time. If you know going in what you want that video to accomplish, you have a much better chance of getting it done. Whenever possible, you want to streamline and simplify the process. So once you find something, if Easy Sketch Video or one of the others is really working for you and you like it and you've got a process, then go with it. Streamline and simplify. Prep time saves production time. So rather than kind of firing up the software and saying, now what, you want to prepare ahead of time. This goes back to creating a plan. But the more you prep, the quicker your production is going to go. The more you do before you hit record or before you fire up that webcam, the better it's going to work out. And also consider your off-camera options. I know some folks in the poll admitted that they're camera shy and they don't like being on camera. Don't let that keep you from doing video, because a lot of these tools that are out there are off-camera options, and that is definitely a viable way to do video. You want to try and use your free online resources, and stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing some of those. So absolutely use the free stuff and the low-hanging fruit whenever possible. You want to go low tech whenever possible. In other words, if you have a fancy schmancy video camera with lots of bells and whistles and you have an iPhone or an iPad, oftentimes it's going to be quicker and easier to use that smartphone camera or that iPhone camera than that fancy video camera that has all kinds of complicated features. So when possible, keep it low tech. You could probably accomplish the same thing with low tech. Come on up here, Rocco. You can come on. Also, it's okay to admit that you don't know what you don't know. And, you know, that's okay. There's going to be times when you get into it and you know, it's new territory. And that is not necessarily a game stopper. If so, if you realize you don't know what you don't know, Rocco, you're making a lot of noise here. You can get a coach or an accountability partner. I have some accountability partners who keep my feet to the fire and make sure that I'm creating video on a consistent basis. And then finally, those of you who know me have heard me say this a million times before: done is better than perfect. Repeat after me. All right, so by the way, there will be a replay because this is a webinar jam, Google Hangout. There will be a replay available immediately after this. So if you miss anything or you got in late, no problem. There's always a replay. Okay, so another quick time-saving tip, and I alluded to this earlier. Know your why going into your video. So if you know what the goal of your video is, it's going to be a lot easier to have success with that video. So you just, as long as when you're creating a video, you understand what's the reason you're doing that video, what do you want the outcome to be, what's the video for, you're going to have a lot more success with that video. And also, don't overthink the process. I know we like to make video more complicated than it needs to be. Sometimes less is more. Oftentimes you want to keep it simple. And again, whenever possible, create a system and create a process that's repeatable, that you can do all the time. In other words, one way to look at this is you don't need a lot of equipment or resources to get started. You know, don't wait till you have all the perfect equipment. Start with your webcam or your smartphone or your iPad. Obviously, you want to make sure you've got a YouTube account, which is free. And if you are doing on-camera videos, find a spot or a location to shoot your videos that you can use anytime without having to set up a lot. I do most of my videos right in front of my Mac with a nice plain background, because I know I can just sit there at my Mac and fire up the webcam and do the video. Right, Rocco? Cool. All right, and then I also talk about a video sweet spot. I think you guys have probably heard me mention this before. And what I mean by a video sweet spot and finding your video sweet spot is that you want to find the easiest and most effective video platform for you. And that may be different for everyone. For some people who like being on camera or who are public speakers, on camera or talking head videos may be your sweet spot. For other people who like interaction or interviews, maybe it's a Google Hangout or an interview. Could be a quick tip series on YouTube or your blog where you're just doing quick 1 or 2 minute tips. You may like doing animated videos and sketch videos and using some of those cool tools. And you may find that that is your video sweet spot. For me, I like doing PowerPoint to video. It's the way I like to teach and share content like we're doing here. Essentially, I'm narrating a PowerPoint via a webinar, and you know, in a lot of ways, I think that's my sweet spot. I do a lot of that. You might do a screencast, or one of the viewers mentioned they had Camtasia or screen capture videos. The point is, find what works for you, find the platform that you most enjoy and that you find the most effective, and you're going to do more of it. You're going to be more comfortable with it, and that means you're going to create more video, and that means your videos are going to be better because you're doing what is comfortable for you, or you have found your video sweet spot. So that's what I mean by that. Any questions, feel free to ask or in the chat box. And in the meantime, I do want to make a distinction between what I call quick videos versus keeper videos. And quick videos are those videos that you do quickly on the fly, maybe not quite as concerned with production. Those are quick tips or testimonial videos that you get at events. It might be a mobile or on-the-go video that you're doing on location or on event, or even a hangout, because you can do those so quickly and easily now, video hangouts with Google or webinars, that those are kind of quick. I won't call them no-brainer videos, but they're certainly more informal and oftentimes easier to do. Keeper videos, on the other hand, are those videos that are going to have some shelf life and are more like branding videos. And for keeper videos, I would classify those as your homepage video on your website, possibly product demos or sales page or sales videos. Rocco's snoring. Can you guys hear Rocco snoring? Sorry about that. And if you're a speaker, maybe you have a speaker reel demo. Obviously, you want to put your best foot or your best face forward on those. So those are keeper videos. I did want to make that distinction. And Lorna asked about screencast or screen capture videos. Screen capture or screencast videos are typically where you capture what's on your computer using screen capture software like ScreenFlow for the Mac or Camtasia for the PC. Camtasia also has a Mac version. And that's like if I was doing this PowerPoint and I wanted to record it, I could use screen capture software like ScreenFlow to do that. Hopefully that answers that question. Sorry about Rocco again. He's, believe me, it's better to have him sleeping and snoring than barking. Now I want to move into YouTube and talk a little bit about why we should be using YouTube if we're not already, and the fact that YouTube is king when it comes to social media. So I found this chart recently that shows the top 10 social networks by estimated unique monthly visitors, and it shows that YouTube has recently surpassed Facebook as the #1 social network with 900 million unique monthly visitors per month. That's more than Facebook. That's far more than Twitter and LinkedIn and Google Plus and Pinterest. And again, you know, YouTube is a social network and a video platform that cannot be ignored just because they do have so many users and it's so ubiquitous. So YouTube is king, having surpassed Facebook. And that's why I want to share with you some little known features of YouTube and some YouTube shortcuts or hacks. All right, put Rocco into his bed so he won't make as much noise. And I want to show you, and I'm going to show you some screenshots of these, but just as a quick summary, some YouTube shortcuts and secrets. First of all, you can use what's called upload defaults. This allows you to put in a description and keywords and things for your YouTube videos so that you don't have to re-enter it every single time you upload a video. I'll show you that in a moment. You also have the ability to add a 3-second branded intro to your videos, and I'll show you how we do that. You can add featured content, which is kind of like a free ad that you can put in your videos. You can use end cards or an ends graphic to keep your viewers engaged with your content. I'll show you a screenshot of that as well. And you can utilize playlists to organize and curate your videos. You should, if you haven't already, check out YouTube's online editor. And finally, I'm going to show you a screenshot of YouTube Analytics because there's a ton of research and insights that YouTube gives you that you can use to improve your videos. Rocco's back on my lap, so you may hear the snoring again. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is upload defaults. And basically, if you go to your channel and you scroll down to upload defaults, you're able to put in some generic information so that when you upload a video to YouTube, that info is already there. In other words, in this screenshot, I'm setting my uploads. So I've got my privacy setting for public. I've got the category set as how to and style. I've got a brief description that I've already put in. I've got my keywords in there. And this saves a ton of time because every time you upload a video, you've already got this stuff filled out. So it basically auto-fills the info for you. Now, obviously, you can change this or edit it for any video, but at least it gives you a starting point and it saves you some time when you're uploading videos. So look for that upload defaults and you can sort of pre-populate your YouTube content. Another thing you can do within YouTube is add a 3-second intro. Now this helps to brand your videos and to give them some nice identity at the beginning. And again, you go to the channel section and scroll down to where it says branding, and you'll have the option to upload and add a 3-second introduction to your videos. So I created a quick little 3-second Bortone animation just so I'd have my name at the beginning of the videos. And if you see on the right-hand side, it says apply to. I have mine applied to all uploads. So every video I upload, this 3-second introduction is going to be automatically added. You can do the same thing, whether it's a slide or a video. As long as it's just a quick little 3-second intro, you can add it to some or all of your YouTube videos. And that's just a great way to brand your videos. Moving right along to one of my favorite case studies and examples. You can check out The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. They do an amazing job with their YouTube channel. And oftentimes their YouTube videos get more views than they do on the network, which is crazy. One of the things that The Tonight Show does very effectively is they use end cards and annotations. And an end card is basically just a slide or a graphic that you add at the end of your video where you direct viewers to other videos or subscribe buttons. Here in the Tonight Show example, you can see at the end of the video, this graphic pops up and it says more clips from tonight's episode, or up below that it says subscribe. And all of these boxes are actually annotations as well, which means they've created live links back to the content. So end cards are a great way to keep people engaged on your channel, to send them to other videos, or to send them even to your website. As long as you do it with annotations, you can make these graphics live clickable links. Another thing, while we're on the Jimmy Fallon example here, is you can also put your videos in playlists, and the people at Fallon do this really effectively too. They do a feature on Friday nights called Thank You Notes. So they take all their little thank you note clips and put them into a playlist, so you can find all your thank you notes in one playlist. You could do the same if you have a tip series, or if you have a particular group of videos that fall into a category, you can put those into a playlist as well. So that's The Tonight Show. Lorna asks, going back to the 3-second clip, basically you're not really saying anything in the 3-second clip other than kind of doing a quick little intro. So in my case, it's just a Bortone logo that kind of flies across the screen for 3 seconds and just kind of tells folks that, you know, this video is one of my videos. So it's really just a place to put a logo or a quick little 3-second introduction, Lorna. Christine, yep, feel free to listen to the replay. She says she has to run off, but we are doing an encore presentation of this presentation on Tuesday night, I believe, as well as there will be a replay. Rana wants to know which software I'm using, and I don't know what you're referring to, except maybe for the end cards. And for the end cards, you can use PowerPoint to create a slide, or canva.com, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. If you want to ask a more specific question, I will answer that. Yeah, The Tonight Show does an amazing job on their YouTube channel, so you can learn a lot from them. Another thing that you can do on YouTube now is, as you continue to customize your channel, you can promote other videos you have with what's called featured content. Again, you go to your YouTube channel, scroll down to featured content, and basically what that's going to do is it's going to pop up a quick little banner ad on your video that directs people to another one of your videos. In my case, I have it popping up and showing my most recent upload. So towards the end of the video, this thing will pop up and it'll say, hey, here's another video from Lou you might like. You can see on the upper right-hand side here where it says display time. I have that to come up at the end of the video. You can change that if you want. But basically, it's another way to keep people engaged, keep people on your channel, and ultimately keep them consuming your content rather than a competitor's content. I'll also show you a quick screenshot here from YouTube Analytics. This is an often overlooked feature of YouTube that is really powerful because it can help you really kind of get a sense of how your videos are performing. And within analytics, you can look at everything from the number of views you're getting to demographics of who is watching your videos, the traffic sources, where is the traffic coming from, audience retention. In this case, I have audience retention selected, so I can look and see that my average view duration is 1 minute and 30 seconds. And that tells me that, okay, well, maybe if that's the optimum viewing time, I should try and keep my videos under 1 minute 30 seconds, because chances are people aren't going to watch longer than that. So you can get a lot of insights and information from your YouTube analytics when you just go to your analytics section and start to dig into some of that research. Lots of info there, lots of insights. Angela wants to know how you can add live links, and you do that with something called annotations. So when you go to your video, when your video is done and uploaded to YouTube, you can add what's called annotations, which are overlays that you can make clickable to other videos or to your website and things like that. All right, I have one more YouTube slide here to show you, and that is the YouTube editor. Now, again, it may not be the best editor in the world, but if you're in a pinch and you need to edit your video, trim off the beginning, trim off the end, maybe add some text, you can use YouTube's onboard editor. They have their own video editor, and it's drag and drop. You just drag your videos to the timeline where you can individually edit them, clean them up, trim them. So a lot of basic editing you can do right within YouTube on the YouTube editor, which works pretty good in a pinch. Okay, I see John has a great question that I want to address here. What do you have to do to allow annotations to take the viewer to your website? I only see that it will take them to other videos and things like that. When you go into YouTube annotations, what you have to do the first time is associate your website. I know that sounds complicated, but it's something you only have to do once. Once you associate a website with your YouTube channel, you can link to your website. So in other words, I have my loubortone.com as the associated website to my YouTube channel, which means when I do an annotation, one of the things I can do in that annotation or overlay is have them link back to loubortone.com, because that's my associated website. So if you look for associated website within YouTube, you'll find out how to connect those accounts and do that associated website. You only have to do it once, and then it's all connected. Speaking of video editors, if you want to use an online video editor and you don't want to deal with iMovie, or you don't have Final Cut Pro, or you don't have any fancy editing software, you can use something called wevideo.com. And wevideo.com is an online editor that works both on Mac and PC because it is online. They have a free version. They have low-cost upgraded versions. It's user-friendly. It's intuitive. It's got a short learning curve. And it eliminates the need for you to buy expensive editing software because you can do much of your editing online using wevideo.com. So that's another option for you, another kind of time-saving trick, rather than using some fancy schmancy editing software that you have to buy and learn. You can go online to wevideo.com and check out their free online editor. The other thing I like about wevideo.com is that they have a lot of different templates and styles. So you can stylize your video and add a template to it and give it a certain look or feel, which is kind of cool. So check out wevideo.com if you want to edit your videos online. Another quick time-saving tip, again, I mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. Find your favorite tools and stick with those and use those most often. So rather than try and learn, 10, 20, 30 different tools, you might decide that you want to look at Easy Sketch Pro or some other kind of software that you've tried that's been successful for you, that you've learned how to use. Find those favorites, find your favorites, and use those most often rather than trying to use a different tool every time you do a new video. And with that in mind, I'm going to share my favorite tools because, like I say, I have 60 plus products on JVZoo that I've purchased, and I tend to go back to the same ones and use those all the time. So my favorites for creating video animation or off-camera videos are Video Maker FX, which has been around for a while. I call it the original and still the best. Very reasonable at $67, one-time fee, I believe. And you can create sketch videos, whiteboard videos, character videos, all in a very easy, intuitive, drag and drop kind of template. Pretty easy to use. And I, go back to this one again and again because it is flexible, it is relatively easy, and it's very affordable. So Video Maker FX is definitely one of my faves for animation. Another one that I like, and Roz mentioned iPad apps, and this is an iPad app called Adobe Voice. And I really love Adobe Voice for the iPad because it's free, and again, it's easy to use. And what Adobe Voice does on the iPad is it essentially lets you narrate your video or put in your video script with your voice. And then once you've got your narration, you can add photos or videos or text to each line. So once you've narrated your video, you can add visual elements to that. And Adobe Voice gives you all kinds of photos or icons or texts that you can use. They have different styles, different templates. So you can create a really professional looking video very quickly, assuming you have an iPad, using Adobe Voice. It's one of my favorite apps, and I use it all the time because it is really easy. I can narrate, I can match up that voice with some photos that I pull in from Adobe Voice, and for very little money and very little time, I've got a groovy little video. Lastly, and I see some more questions here, which I will answer in a moment. Lastly is powtoon.com. And Powtoon is a paid app or paid software, although once in a while they have a good sale on it. And Powtoon, again, is fast, fun, and flexible animation software. So if you want to create a cartoon or animation, Powtoon is one of the easier ways to do that because you start with one of their templates that you can see on the right-hand side here. they've got different characters and different styles and things like that. And you basically replace their generic text with your text, and you can create animation in very little time. So that's powtoon.com. Let me take a quick look at the questions here. All right, so thank you, Susan. I think you answered the whiteboard question for Lorna, but basically a whiteboard video is often referred to as a sketch video. You can create these. It's where, you know, a hand comes on and draws something or writes some text, and you can create these using Video Maker FX. Another popular software is for creating whiteboard or sketch videos is Video Scribe at videoscribe.co. Sunny, there will be a replay as soon as this is done, and I am also doing an encore of this on Tuesday night, so there'll be another chance to see this as well. Can Adobe Voice be used in any other platform? No, unfortunately, this app right now is only for the iPad, and you can, once you've got your video done, you can upload it to Facebook or YouTube. They don't make it easy to download that so that you can put it in other places. But again, it really is an easy, very easy way to create cool looking videos that you can then upload to YouTube, etc. Roz says she just got Powtoon for $49 for 1 year, which is great. I did the same thing because typically it's more than that. But like I say, once in a while they have a sale. And recently there was a sale for Powtoon for $49. I don't know if it's still available or not. I didn't get the upsell or the one-time offer that is more expensive than that. I got the $49 version. Hopefully that helps. Let me see if I see any more questions here before we move on. The video editor on YouTube, you have to go under Creator Tools, and that's where you'll find the video editor. Let me share a few more tools with you before we wrap up here, and I'll show you screenshots of these as well. These are tools that I've been using quite a bit lately that I want to make sure you're aware of. One of them is called viewbix.com, and it is video hosting and video players that allow you to create lots of cool features and add-ons. I'll show you that in a moment. Another one is MailView for video email. And the last one is canva.com, which isn't really video software, but it's great graphics software. So let me show you each of those, just a bit of those. And the first is viewbix.com. This is, they do have a free version, but this is a paid platform where you can host your videos like you would on YouTube. But not only can you have your videos live here, but you can also add interactive elements to them to really control the look and feel of your videos. So you're really controlling the viewer experience and the environment that your videos play in, because you're customizing the player. For instance, you can add what they call apps. In this case, I have on my 10-minute video trainer, I have an overlay that allows folks to do a free session. So they click the yellow button and they can schedule a session with me. Or they can click the more button and find out more about my website. Or I might put a coupon in there or an ad. All kinds of different apps that you can add to your video while your video is playing to make that video more interactive and engaging. And the other thing you can do with ViewBix that's kind of cool is you can put all of your videos into a playlist or a gallery. So it gives you the opportunity to keep all your videos in one place. Maybe rather than doing a membership site or a membership software, I just put all my 10-minute video trainer videos into this ViewBix gallery that is, obviously you can't get there unless you have the link, but you can keep all the videos in one place. So I know a lot of folks get bogged down with membership software. And what I've done is rather than use membership softwares, I use a combination of Lead Pages and ViewBix. So this is what my lead page looks like for 10-minute video trainer. And to keep it simple, rather than put it on a membership site, I've just put the videos into a lead page template. So all the lessons are there. And then when you click on the lessons, you're actually going to watch it on Viewbix. So I've just kind of combined two pieces of software to eliminate the need for a membership site. Another tool that I use quite a bit is called mailview.com, mailvu.com. And this is free, user-friendly software for doing video email. So I like to do video email because I find, oh, can you guys still hear me? Frank says we lost audio. So let me know if you can still hear me. Of course, if you can't hear me, you can't tell me. All right, cool. So video email with MailView is really easy and free, and you can just use your webcam and record right into your computer. And it's a great way to connect and engage with your prospects and clients. Some of these video email services are free, like MailView. Others are paid and have more bells and whistles, like VSnap and BombBomb. But I use this to connect with clients, to send messages, anything you want to do to basically stand out a little bit more. Ooh, tons of questions coming in. Let's see if I can, thank you, you can hear me. Let me just go back to the question for a second here. What microphone do I use with the iPad? I talk right into the iPad. I don't even use it. As long as you're close enough to it, you don't even have to use a microphone. Easy Web Video is another video hosting service that I use once in a while. It's similar to Viewbix. How does Viewbix compare to HapYak? HapYak is a service where you can add chapter markers and interactive elements to your video. So it's a little bit different, but Viewbix is really more of a hosting platform. Phil wants to know why I chose Viewbix in addition to YouTube. First of all, I don't want to depend solely on YouTube in case something happens and it disappears. So in addition to YouTube, especially when I want to keep my videos private and add interactive elements to them, I can use Viewbix because Viewbix can really take you the next step in terms of adding elements to your videos. Viewbix also gives me kind of a good hosting backup to YouTube. I have used Wistia, Eileen. I like Wistia. I haven't used it that much lately, but I do have an account and I have used it, and it's very similar to Viewbix. And again, the point with all of this is there are tons of tools out there. So pick the one you like and go for it. So I've tried VSnap, I've tried BombBomb, but for me, MailView is the quickest and the easiest, and it's free, so that's the one I use. So you'll find the tool that works for you. There's lots of options and lots of ways to go with this, but find what works for you and then go with that. Lastly, I want to show you canva.com, which is not really a video tool per se, but it's so helpful and I use it so often that I want to share it with you. So for Canva, Canva is basically a graphics program that allows you to create really cool professional graphics. I use it mostly for Facebook graphics and for doing custom video thumbnails for YouTube. But if you go to canva.com, which is free, by the way, you can see on the top they've got designs and templates for email headers and posters and Facebook covers and Instagram posts. So you can use it to create promotional graphics, and it's really quick and easy to do that. You can also use it to create custom thumbnails for your YouTube videos to make your YouTube videos pop more. But again, I use this. You may have seen the ad on Facebook, oops, that I did that said how to thrive in a world gone video. I just created that using Canva, and you can upload your own backgrounds or you can use their pictures or backgrounds. And when you use their pictures or backgrounds, they're $1 each. So it's just a great way to make graphics and a great way to do it easily without Photoshop or any of that other stuff. All right, so if you're still overwhelmed or you're still trying to kind of figure out, oh my God, so many tools, so little time, what do where do I go with all this? You might want to find a mentor or an accountability partner or take a video course to really kind of get a grip on some of these tools. So that's another quick little time-saving tip for you. So let me answer a few more questions before we wrap up here, because I see that there are more questions here. All right, Roz wants to know, can you edit Canva images if you come back later? This is one of the things that I don't like about Canva. When you purchase a photo from Canva, you have 24 hours to use that photo. After 24 hours, you have to repurchase it, but hey, it's only $1. Eileen says she loves Canva, as do I. Lorna, what startup mic do I recommend for recording videos? I use a USB microphone, which you are hearing me through right now, called a Blue Snowball microphone. That's what I use to record videos on my computer, on my Mac. You can use it with a PC as well. It's a Blue Snowball microphone. And they also have a version called the Yeti, which is a little more expensive. I think the Blue Snowball mic was about $60. If you're using an iPhone or an iPad, I record directly into those. As long as you don't get more than a few feet away from them, you should be in good shape. So microphone for the computer, I would recommend a Blue Snowball or a Blue Yeti. Mic. So I am launching a 6-week program that I wanted to make you aware of. So this program is an upcoming 6-week program called Video VIP. It includes private one-on-one coaching as well as a 6-week group program and done for you videos. So I create that 3-second video YouTube intro for you, and I create a 10-second branding intro for you. It also comes with additional bonus tutorials, my video help desk, accountability through a Facebook group, all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm not going to push that down your throat, but if you're interested in checking it out, it's at loubortone.com/power, Power. And it is live group coaching for 6 weeks or 6 modules. So we talk about everything from video marketing planning. We talk about your video strategy. We talk about video scripting, which is often overlooked. I do some podcast and video podcast training. I teach YouTube optimization. I teach video hangouts. I teach video content. So all kinds of good stuff live for 6 weeks, 6 classes, plus bonus modules and private one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in that, you can go to loubortone.com. What is it again? /power and scroll down and you'll see the pricing options. I also have private coaching on the same page. So the group coaching is on the left-hand side. So that is my pitch for making videos simple. If you would like to know more and learn more about this stuff, you can check out loubortone.com/power, where you can find the sales page for doing videos that are streamlined and stress-free. So even if you've tried video before and failed miserably, the guidance and support I give you in this program, I guarantee you will make video marketing easier than ever. So 6 weeks coaching, accountability, and done for you. 3 payments of $337. I think it's a great program. So let's do it. What the hell, you know? If you really want to ramp up your video and get going in 2015, I am here to help you do that. And this 6-week program that starts on February 5th is a great way to do it. So let me see if there are any other questions, because that's pretty much all I have here. Oh, Bobby says, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. All right. Is there a tripod for the iPad? There's an iPad holder called the Caddy Buddy that I put on a regular camera iPod, Roz. Evan wants to know, is it better to put your intro at the beginning or after you introduce the topic? I like the formula where you come on for a couple seconds and you say, in the next minute, I'm going to share with you how to do 1, 2, 3. And then you do your quick little 5-second intro, and then you come back into the video. That's the formula that I like and prefer. All right, hopefully you can hear my audio again. Sunny says the Blue Yeti works great recording live meetings. Thank you, Molly. Molly says, after 2 years of video struggle, Lou helped me make my first video easily. If you need a mentor, he's your dude. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Molly. And again, I'm doing this program. I'm probably only going to have about 8 to 10 people in it, so I can do a lot of private coaching and a lot of mentoring along the way. And you're welcome to check that out at loubortone.com/power. In fact, if you go to the pop-ins section on the right-hand side of your sidebar, you'll see a tab or a big yellow button where you can actually sign up for a free session with me if you want to just talk with me and get a better sense of your video sweet spot, or if you just want to get some advice. I've done several of these this week. There's no catch, there's no big pitch, there's no upsell. I just get on the phone with folks for a half hour or so and try and point them in the right direction. I like doing this. I like talking to folks just to kind of see where they're at and see if I can help them. So feel free to sign up for the free session by going to the pop-ups section on the right-hand side. I hope you can see that on your screen, and look at the big yellow Get Started button to claim your free strategy session. So that's pretty much the whole deal, folks. Again, last time-saving tip I've got for you: get some support and accountability if you need it, so that you can get going with this stuff. And you can do that at loubortone.com/power, or by signing up for a free strategy session with me. No catch, no upsell, no hard sell, no hook, just a free session with me to talk about your video direction, your video strategy, and to hopefully help get you moving. Let me see if there are any other questions here. Thank you, Roz, who says, I'm the real deal. Awesome. Thank you, Dawn Marie. Thank you, Susan. Just bought a blue mic, and we'll try it out this weekend. Awesome. Angela, working with, oh, my friend Angela, how you doing? That's awesome. Working with Felicia, my friend. Excellent. I'm always here for you if you need me. Where's a good place to get a great intro done? With me, if you want, I can do those for you really quickly and easily. A 3-second intro or a 10-second intro, Herman. Just go to loubortone.com. Or better yet, if you do the group coaching, you get the 3-second YouTube intro and a 10-second intro for free, because I do it for you. And I do a really cool animated Adobe After Effects video. Roz, yeah, that's Caddy Buddy for the iPad. I think it's about $50, but I use mine all the time. Awesome. I don't think there's anything else here. Kevin says, thank you. Susan says, thank you. Thank you. Which app did I use to make these slides? Thank you, Phil. I go to videohive.net. Actually, not VideoHive, graphicriver.net. And I buy a PowerPoint or a Keynote template for about $10 or $15. So this is a PowerPoint template that I then customize. Hey, Larry, thank you. So I go to graphicriver.net. I buy a PowerPoint template for $10 or $15, and I customize that. And I think it makes the slides look cooler. I like these templates. They really pop. I like the big text, and they give you the ability to create all these cool slides. So let me put this thing in the chat box one more time before we sign off here, in case you want to check out the sales page for the group coaching program. And there we go. So yeah, feel free to, I'm sorry, it's graphicriver.net, N-E-T. graphicriver.net. I'll put it in here. graphicriver.net. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking some time out of your Friday. There will be a replay on this. And I am doing an encore live of basically the same presentation on Tuesday night. I think it's at 7 o'clock. And again, if you go to the pop-in on the right, you can sign up for a free session with me. No catch, just a free strategy session. So feel free to do that. Feel free to check out loubortone.com/power for the group coaching that starts in a week and a half or so. And I think that's it. I'll take one last look at the question. Lynn, there is a recording of the presentation with Mike Stewart that I can get to you. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Good to see you all again, and happy to help whenever I can. So you just let me know what you need and shoot me an email or go to my site and I'll help you if I can. Feel free to sign up for that free session. I'm only doing them next week, so sign up soon, or check out loubortone.com/power. Sunny at 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Thank you, Diana. Thank you all. I appreciate it. It's always great to have you here. I do not take your time for granted, so thanks. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon, I hope. We'll do a replay of this ASAP and an encore live presentation Tuesday at 7 p.m. That's it for now. We'll see you guys soon. And thanks so much for popping by. Bye for now.